Honestly, being healthy as a girl in your 20s isn't as aesthetic as TikTok makes it seem. There might be days where you're sipping your green juice in your matching set in the morning, but there are others where you're just trying your hardest not to feel bloated, tired, and overstimulated 24/7. And I used to think that being healthy means eating salads all the time and running 5 times a week. But honestly, there was a time where I was doing that and I still felt exhausted, not just physically, but emotionally. And worst of all, it also made me anxious and disconnected from myself. There were days where I would wake up and I was ready to be that girl and to just slay the day. But there were also so many others where I would just spiral back into bad habits because it all felt like just too much. And what actually changed everything for me wasn't this huge life-changing reset. It was just changing a couple of tiny habits, and that made me feel more energized, more confident, and actually at peace in my body again. So in this video, I'm gonna share 30 free healthy habits that have genuinely changed my day-to-day life. And if you're trying to glow up, become your best self, and build your dream life, then this video is for you. So welcome back to the channel. Hi, I'm Maria, and let's get started. There are 7 different categories that we're gonna go through, and this whole list is just for your inspiration. You don't need to tick off the whole 30 free habits. Pick and choose the ones that actually speak to you, try them, but regardless, they're all extremely helpful and they make you feel like that girl. Let's start with category 1, the morning momentum. First of all, lay out your gym clothes the night before. Honestly, 6 a.m. me has 0 functioning brain cells. And because of that, if I already have my gym fit picked out, the probability of me actually going to the gym increases by like 50%. I also noticed that I actually feel better throughout the day if I prepare as many things as possible the night before, not only for the gym, also for going to the office or going to university. It's just easier when you don't have to think about so many things in the morning because that frees up space to think about other things that you need to get done throughout the day. Drink water before coffee, and ideally also wait a little bit until you drink your coffee. I'm a huge coffee lover, honestly. If I could like drink a cup of coffee the second I wake up, I would. But I know I shouldn't. Hydrate first because otherwise you will feel like a dry pretzel. Coffee really dries you out, and I would also recommend drinking water while drinking coffee. Hydrating first actually helps your body wake up. And think about it, when you wake up, you probably haven't been drinking anything for the past 8 hours, so rehydration is definitely necessary. Additionally, it is shown that dehydration actually reduces your energy levels, and who wants that? So the best combo is wake up, immediately drink a big glass of water, then ideally wait half an hour before you drink coffee. You can get ready in that time. Then you drink your coffee with another glass of water, and then you're gonna feel way better throughout the day. Get sunlight, or at least some bright light in your eyes first thing in the morning. I like to wake up, drink my water, and then immediately open my windows so that I can get sunlight and air, because air is clearly also important. With sunlight helps us reset our circadian rhythm, meaning we're gonna sleep better and have more energy throughout the day. And if you live somewhere with a lot of gray skies like I do, turn on the artificial lighting and just like pretend like you're at the beach. I swear I can almost hear the seagulls when I turn on my lamp. 5-minute meditation. Those 5 minutes of silence in the morning can make or break your day. And also, I've just started a challenge where I quit social media for 30 days. I'm still gonna post, but I'm just curious how this is gonna change the way that I do things, and also my time management and my productivity and everything, especially how I feel. I'm most curious about that. I might make a whole video about it, but right now I'm documenting it and I'm gonna post it on TikTok and Instagram, so make sure to follow on there. And while we're at it, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe. Also, you might love my newsletter. I share a bunch of habits and more personal stories with you through that newsletter, so sign up. Visualize the day. This is something I actually started doing because I have a really hard time getting out of bed in winter when it's like dark outside. I always say like just 5 more minutes. I want to just chill underneath like the warm cover for 5 more minutes. And what I started doing is just imagining my day. I would always imagine how well my day is going. If I would, for instance, have a presentation, I would always imagine how well my presentation is going. Everyone is super captivated. I don't make any mistakes while I'm speaking. You know, like the beamer works well. All of these small little details. I would really imagine my day in all of its details going in the best way possible, and I kid you not, every single time I would do this, my day would go amazingly. Even the smallest things, like if I would have to like catch the bus, I would always get to the bus station. Bus would come in like 1 minute. Amazing. I don't know what the universe is doing, but if you visualize, the universe is gonna be universing, you know? Next up, food and fuel, because food is fuel. I recently got my blood work done and it's not looking great, which is kind of crazy because I've studied nutritional science and I always thought like, well, I know what to eat. Truth is, it's really easy to kind of cross the line and eat too much convenience food or eat a little bit too much oil all of the time, and it can really accumulate. After I saw my blood work results, I immediately thought, now I need to go on a diet. I need to cut out like all of the bad things. I'm gonna like do this for 6 months, see how my blood looks then. After a couple of days, I was like, wait, no, I don't think that this is good. I think that there should still be a balance, which is why now more than ever, I'm gonna restart following the 80-20 rule. Basically, this is a rule that 80% of the time you're healthy and 20% of the time you eat whatever you want. And this is something that in the past has also helped me really combine my fitness goals with my social life so that I can, you know, still have my dream body, still get abs and muscles and run and everything like that, but also be able to go out. Because for instance, yesterday I went out to a pub quiz and like, what do you eat there? They didn't have salads, so I ate fries. Is that healthy? No, but it's fine because the rest of the day I ate really healthy. The 80-20 rule helps you not be too obsessed with your health goals, but still have a balance. I feel like this is really a rule that keeps you hot and sane. Don't drink your protein shakes as meals. Please. There's this fun fact that I learned in my nutritional science degree, which is that softer foods lead to a lower satiety signal. So even if you're eating the same amount of calories, compared to a solid meal, you're not gonna feel that full. Obviously, that might really impact your mood, especially if you're like me and you get hangry. So if you're in a rush, ideally grab something that you can actually chew, something that has a harder consistency. Meal prep snacks. A lot of people like to meal prep really intricate meals, and I see the appeal of that. I also do it sometimes, not all of the time, because it does save time during the week, but if you don't have a lot of time on the weekend, it's really hard to do. But what I like to do is to just meal prep a few quick grabs. I like to just boil some eggs to have them. Then I can just grab one on the go, take it with me to work, and then eat it there as my breakfast. I also like to meal prep overnight oats or Greek yogurt bowls with fruit. Also, sometimes I make these breakfast muffins, which are actually just scrambled egg with some veggies in them. Having a few snacks and breakfast options ready to go helps you so much, and it literally takes you like half an hour to meal prep those things compared to the maybe multiple hours that it might take you to meal prep actual meals. Hydrate, but with electrolytes. Sometimes, especially if you sweat a lot, just drinking water is not gonna actually make your cells absorb the water. So especially if you work out a lot, if you do a lot of cardio, hydrate with electrolytes. This is gonna help you feel like not a zombie throughout the day. Eat a light lunch. Meal timing is really important, and I personally notice, maybe you do as well, if I eat a very heavy lunch, I get into a huge post-lunch slump. I cannot do like any meaningful work for a couple of hours. Then it gets better in the afternoon, but you know, it just like, it kind of destroys my whole day. I don't feel good. So for instance, eating greens or like a bowl that has some lean protein, that also has some fiber, that has a bunch of vitamins, this really helps me not crash out after lunch. So yeah, thank me for this when you don't have a post-lunch slump at like 2 p.m. Category 3 are the environment hacks, because we can design our environment in order to make it easier for us to follow through with our habits. First of all, I swear I didn't prepare this. Let's check. Yes. Keep your water bottle within reach all of the time, especially when you're at home. Just keep it with you. I have this pink Stanley cup. I love it. I've had it for, I think, half a year now. It is amazing. I wash it, and you should too. I sometimes call this my emotional support bottle. It feels like it, but you know, the hydration that it offers also offers a lot of support. And having it next to you makes it so easy to drink a bunch of water. 10-minute clean. This is an everyday non-negotiable. You can do so much in 10 minutes. I literally set a timer, I put some music on, and then I just clean everything that I see that needs to get cleaned. This helps me also reset my mind, because a messy space leads to a messy mind, always. By having this 10-minute clean, it helps me have a clear space and a clear mind. Do a digital detox, because your algorithm is also your environment. If you spend a lot of time on your phone, then you don't want that digital environment to be cluttered as well. Unfollow anyone who drains you. It might be people, it might also be news sites. Sometimes it just Not good to be bombarded with a bunch of bad news, especially first thing in the morning. Like, who wants that? Make your algorithm serve your goals and don't let it destroy your energy levels. I replaced doom scrolling with brain food, if you want. Podcasts and audiobooks are such a hack to stop scrolling so much. I love listening to them while I'm like cleaning or cooking. I also love listening to short form book guides. It's basically just a book summary as an audiobook. It is amazing. They also have articles on there. I read a lot of interesting ones. I read this one about a psychologist talking about like AI psychosis, which is crazy, really interesting. And I even have a link for you, so if you want to check it out, it's down in the description. Listening to smart stuff while I'm doing something else makes me feel like a genius. Switch workouts when you're bored. It is pretty easy to get bored of a workout, so why not switch it up every now and then? I know that it is the most efficient thing to always do the same workout and do progressive overload and blah blah blah, but you know what? You should be able to enjoy that journey, and for that reason, switch it up every now and then. Go to a fun class, try out some random things. I tried this like flying, jumping class at some point. Was it an efficient workout? No, probably not. I had a lot of fun though, and it was something nice to kind of interrupt my normal gym routine. All right, category number 4, the mindset shifts. And I'm not even sure that these can be called habits, because once you really shift your mindset to think about things in a different way, that stays with you like forever. First of all, I don't negotiate with myself. This is what you need to tell yourself whenever you see that you have a goal, but you're not really doing the things that you should be doing in order to reach that goal. For instance, I don't like waking up early. I really don't. And especially this summer, it was so bad. I would snooze my alarm like 15 times before I would actually get up. And it's not like I had no place to go, but I would just procrastinate so much that I would have to get ready in like half an hour and rush out the door. I didn't have time for breakfast. Why? Because I was always negotiating with myself, because my alarm went off and I would always snooze it. And the way that I managed to fix it, and this wasn't necessarily easy, it took me some time, but I just started telling myself, I don't negotiate with myself. When the alarm would ring, I wouldn't negotiate with my past self who had set the alarm. I would just get up. And this is how now, a couple months later, I do get up when the alarm rings. Focus on showing up, not on being perfect. Let's say your goal is to work out for 1 hour every single day. However, one day you're just not feeling like it. It's still better to work out for 10 minutes than not at all. I always say it's better to succeed partially than to fail completely. And if you want to have any sort of consistency in your life, you need this mindset shift, because there are going to be days where you just don't feel 100%. And when you don't have 100% to give, that's fine. You can still give it your 10%. Rebrand going to the gym from suffering to self-care. There's this like bro-y idea that the gym is a place where you really have to fight with yourself, where it's really like annoying, where you have to be super disciplined and super bro-y and just like show off your muscles. I don't agree with that. Working out is a form of self-care. You're taking care of your body and you're taking care of your mental health at the same time. And realizing that working out is not punishment, but it is something that you can do for your best self, changes everything. And it also makes it more likely that you're actually gonna go to the gym and keep up with this habit for a longer time. Break your goals up into seasons. We have the winter arc, we have the spring reset, we have hot girl summer. Stop aiming for year-round perfection. It's really hard to have. Think about it. You want to reach your goals, but you still want to enjoy your summer. Well, what can you do? You can just really focus on your goals during autumn, winter, and spring, and then go all in your summer. Have fun. Try to make the best out of the season you're currently in. Like, look, for instance, for me right now, I'm having a super busy season. I'm trying to finish my master's degree, to write my master thesis. I'm still working 20 hours a week. I'm still making videos. I'm trying to go like all in content, and it's really busy. And what I'm trying to do is to just romanticize this part of my life. I'm gonna have time for the vacations and all of that once this season is over. But right now, I'm just prioritizing this growth season. Visualize your future self, and do that by journaling. Write it down. There's this manifesting exercise where you write down what your future you is doing. So basically, just start a journal entry, but you write it as if you are already the future you, and you write down, you know, your routine, you write about how you feel, you write about what you're doing, and it really just helps you not only manifest, but also rehearse for that future life of yours. It helps you build a structure and close the gap between where you currently are and where you want to get to. And if you need more guidance for that, my journal has it all. It's literally gonna guide you through the whole journey, and it has daily prompts to help you stay connected with your future self. Next category, social. Take videos of yourself in the gym when you're working out. Ignore all of the haters. I used to be an athlete and my trainer used to take videos of ourselves when we were training. And then she would show us the videos so that we see what we are doing. Because think about it. You cannot see yourself while you're working. But in order to perfect your form and to see what you're doing wrong, you need to see yourself. So just take a video of you. It not only helps you perfect your form in the current moment, but it also helps you track your progress. And also, because tracking your progress is so important, use a habit tracker. You can use one in Notion, but I also love the ones where you just like tick off every single day where you did something. It just feels so satisfying. Seeing your streak just makes you more motivated. And that's why I also included a habit tracker in my journal. There's just something so satisfying about ticking those boxes and seeing your progress stack up. You need an accountability buddy. You need someone who lovingly calls you out for the things that you're doing, or most importantly, the things that you're not doing. And also, you need someone to just send gym selfies or just pics of your cute gym fit. And it's just so nice when you get a message being like, hey girl, I haven't seen your gym fits in a very long time. What are you doing? Let me know. And if you don't have anyone like that in your life, this is why I'm creating a community for like-minded women to support each other. It's a space where we can keep each other consistent, share our progress, and just lock in together. Because let's be honest, self-discipline is easier when you're not doing it alone. And if you feel like that's something for you, sign up to the waitlist and I'll let you know once it's finally live. Be super selective about who you tell your goals to, because nothing makes you lose motivation and just the willingness to do something faster than telling someone your goals, being super excited, and then them just shutting you down. Them just listing a bunch of reasons for why your goal is not important or not exciting enough. And it's not even about you, it's about them. They're projecting. But that's a story for a different time. You need to protect your energy and you need to be super selective about who you tell your goals to. Only tell your goals to people who you know are gonna be extremely supportive and are gonna hold you accountable. You need to try new hobbies with friends. Going out to the same brunch spot is nice, but doing something else like trying a new workout class together just makes you bond differently. Or go on a hike or do something super adventurous or take like a painting class or something like that. I swear that you just bond differently with the girls when you're actually doing something instead of just like talking over brunch. Rest and recovery, maybe my favorite category yet. If you want to be that girl, you need to sleep. Sleep is not optional. You need your beauty sleep. Not sleeping enough is horrible for your health. You get brain fog, you have no energy, your heart health worsens. It's all just bad vibes, which is why please prioritize your sleep. I don't think watching YouTube videos or TikToks at night is worth losing sleep over. If you're watching this at 2 a.m., what are you doing? Girl, go to sleep. I feel like walking and stairs are just so underrated, and I think people should use them more. It's just so funny when you see people standing in line to go with the elevator and then they have to wait because one is already full and then the next one comes and like, just take the stairs. It's literally just like 5 stairs. Just go down the stairs. I don't get it. It's literally free cardio that you can easily integrate into your life. Honestly, I feel like this just developed from me having to share an elevator with people who are just like, I don't know what they're doing. They're just so slow. Sometimes they have to wait forever for the elevator. So now even if I have groceries or a heavy bag, I still use the stairs because it's just so much easier than having to wait forever. Have a caffeine cutoff point. And this is a habit I definitely need to take a bit more seriously. Caffeine has a very long half-life, which basically means a couple of hours after you drink a full cup of coffee, half a cup of coffee is still circulating through your blood. So basically, if you drink a coffee in the afternoon, by the time you go to sleep, you're still gonna have some caffeine left. As a result, your sleep suffers. You might be able to fall asleep, but you're not gonna sleep as well as you would if you wouldn't have any caffeine. As a result, your cortisol spikes and the negative feedback loop just continues. For me, my cutoff point is 3 p.m. Ideally even earlier. Ideally lunchtime would be the last coffee. But you know, like today I drank a coffee at 3 p.m. because that's when my class ended and I went with the girls for a coffee. Okay, sorry. Category 7, consistency. This is how you're gonna get your long-term lock-in. First, and this is a habit I read in, I don't remember which book, something like Eat the Frog, I think. A really random book. I read this when I was like 17 years old and this is such a good thing. Never let one day off become 2. If you skip one day, that's totally fine. You can usually just go back to business as usual. After the second day, it's already much harder to get back into routine. And trust me, this works. I've tried this. Somehow 2 is just a magical number in this scenario. Measure the inputs. This is a way to redefine success for yourself and to redefine what a healthy lifestyle also means for yourself. It's so easy to get caught up in the idea that you need to look a certain way, that your healthy habits are worthless if they don't make you look a certain way, or any of those external factors. However, your inputs are way more important than your output. If you work out consistently, if you eat healthy, if you drink enough water, if you just feel good, that's worth way more than abs. Let me be completely honest. Abs are overrated. Stop measuring progress, not just progress in the gym, but also academic. Stop measuring it with outputs. I mean, think about this. If you have an exam and you studied every single day for it, you were super consistent, you learned everything. However, on the day of the exam, something happened, you couldn't concentrate, the exam just didn't go well. You know what? That's fine. Your input was amazing. It might have just been bad luck. Don't beat yourself up over the bad result. Instead, be proud of your input. Create rituals. I love rituals for everything. Like, I have my pre-workout ritual. I have my study ritual. It sounds way more complicated than it is. Basically, you just need to take a few minutes to do a couple of steps before you actually do the thing that you want to do. So for instance, for studying, before even sitting down to study, it would be amazing to just clean up your desk. That can take like 1 minute. Make a tea, make a cup of coffee, just grab water, grab a snack, and then put on some like lo-fi music or some classical music. This helps your brain get into the vibe that, okay, now I need to study. Now I gotta lock in. It's time to enter like my academic weapon era. Like, I consider these rituals just a brain warm up. Same with working out, you know, when I already start getting ready for the gym, I listen to like really upbeat music. It's just training my brain to get into the vibe, and it makes a massive difference. Romanticize everything, because everything is about the vibe. Anything that you do can get 10 times better if you just get into the right vibe. You have a really long study day ahead of you? Okay, romanticize it. Grab a coffee, listen to some nice music, take a few breaks to walk around. Feel like that girl, like the academic weapon. It's all a mindset. Have a bare minimum. There's, again, something about consistency. I feel like you need to already prepare for the fact that sometimes you just don't have enough energy. Whenever you're starting something new, it's so easy to feel super excited, and you know, you might tell yourself, I will never not do this. I will never not feel motivated to go to the gym. I will never not feel motivated to sit down and study. That's just not true. Those days of low motivation always come, and the question is, how are you gonna deal with them? And my answer is always to have a bare minimum. For instance, for working out, the bare minimum could be that you go to the gym for 10 minutes and you do 5 minutes of an ab workout and then 1 compound lift. However, doing this bare minimum when you're just not feeling like it, when you just don't want to show up, helps you stay consistent in the long term. It builds self-discipline, and we all know self-discipline is self-love. And it's what makes a difference between a consistent habit and a habit that just fades away into nothing. Those are the 33 habits that made a huge difference. And if you want more advice for your glow up era, make sure to subscribe to this channel and also to my newsletter. I'll see you there. Bye bye.